Hello, Internet. Bear here, and we're back with more... Not quite sure what to call this. Peace Walker story mode, I guess, would be the best, since it's not a full-on Let's Play. Anyway, we get to learn about the basic operations of Mother Base for now. Yet, oh, you know what? I'll let the tutorial speak for itself. I know mostly what I'm doing, but it's always good to review since it's been probably a year or two at least since I played this last. Pretty straightforward stuff. Your GMP is the amount of money that Mother Base is currently making, and that represents your buying power. How much you can spend on research and other things. We currently have nothing because we have no soldiers, which we're about to find out. Oh no, wait, we've got some soldiers. Oh, cool. Gives us some out the gate. This is where it'll explain different rooms available to Mother Base and the different stats on the soldiers. I'm never fond of auto-assign because it doesn't really... It doesn't think well enough for me anyway. It's fairly straightforward at the start, thankfully. You just put anyone that has any kind of level of research into... can you... Is there a way to turn it on so that you can see their letters rather than their bars? Never mind. As I said, easy for now. Anyone with any hint of R&D, you just toss in the R&D team. Everyone else goes to the combat team. This will get complicated later on when we get access to the other facilities, but Mother Base needs to expand before we can do that. Like, this guy here would be great in the kitchen, but we don't have a kitchen yet. This guy here would be great on the medical team, but we don't have a medical team yet. Oh, there we go, we've got some income, we've got some research, so now we can start development on the rank 2 version of the Mark 22 Hush Puppy. Which is definitely yes please. And we should have enough that we can research smoke grenades, mildly useful. Sniper rifle, yeah, we'll go with the... Oh, we've got enough, we should be able to do all of them without worrying about it. Later in the game, you can only have one or two things going at once because they start costing a lot more. The analyzer... Now, see, this is a mistake I made when I first played the game. I thought the analyzer was useless. But for the grindier segments of the game, the analyzer is fantastically useful as it allows you to see certain soldiers' stats so you can tell whether it's worthwhile recruiting them or just ignoring them. We will address that later, though. And this is just for online play, which we will not be covering, but I'll click it to get rid of the blinking news sign so it's not sitting there all day telling us. It's pretty much the same as the PSP's version of the multiplayer, just with an online host. And that's all pretty straightforward stuff as well. So, on with the game. If it's unlocked the first of the side missions, I will show that off because that's very quick. Yeah, it is, okay. Just to give people an idea that haven't played this game, what the side missions are like.
The area around the coastal supply facility and knocked out the soldier there. But we can't just leave him there to be found. I need you to get in there and capture the unconscious soldier using the Fulton recovery system. Do it quickly before he comes to.
Now this is a bit misleading. Because the first mission forces you to use not Snake, so usually pull in whoever your highest stat guy is otherwise, and you're thinking, okay, that's actually pretty cool. You've got a whole bunch of side missions you've got to run without using the main character. That sounds like a great idea. Except that there's very few missions that force you to run as not Snake. There are a couple, and you generally just use the same guy because he'll have the most stats. Not that it really matters if you're playing a stealth setup. But yeah, this is what I was saying earlier.
Use Fulton Recovery to bring back knocked out soldiers. To use Fulton Recovery on a soldier, get up next to them so the icon appears, and push the action button.
This first side mission is literally just the first area that you run through as Snake. I'm going to keep hitting auto-aim by accident. Auto-aim is god-awful. You do not want to accidentally turn auto-aim on in a tight situation.
Is complete.
I believe there should be a third. There he is.
Fulton Recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter. Looks like that soldier's out cold.
Now that guy
Try using
has
Fulton
usually a slightly better stat than most.
Back at Mother Base will be thrilled.
Only very slightly though. He'll have like a D in research instead of an E. Whereas all the other guys I just pulled out will be an E in everything. It'll take a little while before we start picking up guards of any worth. Now what these do is pass the time for your development, which is always nice. So yeah, we've got the R&D report, which means something's finished. I doubt all of the things we set finished, though. Unless they were very short development. Hush Puppy and Analyzer. And yeah, now you get, like he levels up a bit from running that mission. And some of the guys that were operating the combat unit get some more level ups as well. And now if we go to the staff roster, the 4 guys I pulled out there. Oh wow, okay, he's actually got a C in research. That's actually really good. They're not normally quite so good. This is what these guards look like. The 3 that I knocked out aren't worth anything. They're just trash, basically. A waste of time and resources, except at the early stages of the game, it doesn't matter so much, but you have, as you can see, you only have 100 guys in the combat unit and 50 guys in the R&D team, which means later you need to start pruning people like he'll be one of the first to go, because he's got next to no reason to be there. That gets interesting for sure. It's fairly straightforward at the moment for managing Mother Base. More complexities will get added as the game goes on and Mother Base itself expands. Anyway, on with what we're here for, the
I
story.
rigged that radio so you can contact our young lady friend Paz.
Is she okay?
No need to worry. She's tougher than you think.
Still just a kid.
Which is exactly why she could be an effective source of information. Besides, that little Angel de la Paz is the one who gave us this mission, right?
I guess.
I'll put her on.
Snake,
Paz, where are you?
Ciudad Colon. A school. The teacher told me to stay here until things quiet down.
Teacher? Oh, him. He's... Yeah, that's probably good advice.
See, he has a radio in his room, so we can talk anytime.
Pretty fancy for a teacher.
Promise me, Snake, that you'll bring back peace, and
I know. I'll contact you if I find your friend.
thank you. Snake, if you need to know about Costa Rica, the geography, the climate, the wildlife, anything, just ask me. I know about its history and laws too. We learned it all in school.
Got it. I have a question. I'll ask. What?
In school, I also learned that peace is an unnatural state for human society, and that war is a constant threat to our relationships with others.
That's right.
So, to achieve peace, we have to create it ourselves. Crying about it won't bring it about or make it last. Each one of us must go and seek it out.
You won't find it without making sacrifices. No offense, but I don't know what peace is. Never felt what it's like. Never even been interested in it.
Snake?
Oh, sorry. Listen, Paz, I think your ideas are admirable. And I hope they turn out to be right.
Yeah, me too.
Peace is in your name. Who better to help bring it back?
Thanks, Snake. I will be here whenever you need me. See you later.
Snake, use your radio to call people, but stay alert. You're in the middle of a mission and can't afford to let your guard down.
Got it.
Need to know more about Costa Rica? Paz can help you out.
Good to know.
We'll follow their transport route. This should take us straight to their main base.
From what I've seen, it looks like nukes.
Agreed. The key thing now is to confirm whether those spears really are what we think they are, and if so, why they're here.
Follow the transport route. Find the nukes.
That's what I'm thinking. First, we should make contact with the Sandinista Comandante. They can tell us more about what's up ahead. But it looks like their hideout's already come under attack.
We better hope they're still alive.
Snake, infiltrate that cabin and secure the Sandinista's Comandante. Neutralize any guards by knocking them out, putting them to sleep, or even using the Fulton recovery system. You choose how to handle it, boss.
Unfortunately, like most of the more modern Metal Gear games, you tend not to use the radio or codec much. I'll try to remember to use it, but there is so little reason? I was going to say so little incentive, but that's not true. There is actually quite a lot of back and forth chatter. That's already equipped a 2-star. And I don't think we have anything else worth equipping at the moment. I don't need that machine gun. What I will pull out, I'll get rid of the box, we don't need that. I'll take the analyzer, Fulton, surround, binoculars, rations. Do we have anything else interesting? I will equip that and show it off if I remember. The rank 1 version of the Walkman isn't very good. The later versions, much better. It's like the original Walkman. It only has a play and a stop button. If you wanted to seek through the tape, you had to get out a pen or pencil and wind the tape yourself. The later variants have a fast forward feature.
Head for the FSLN boathouse. It's northwest of there. You can use the radio you just picked up by pressing the start button to open the menu window. You know you can assign the radio to the select button by choosing options from the menu window.
You know what? I might do that actually. What is currently on select? Auto aim switch? That's not needed. We'll put it on codec so we can actually
This is Miller. Hearing you
remember
loud
to
and clear.
use the radio.
You know you can assign the radio to the select button by choosing options from the menu window.
Yes, thank you, Miller. That's literally what I did there.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
I don't remember if there's anything hidden under that truck.
Fulton recovery
Doesn't look
subject
like
confirmed onboard helicopter.
it. The map is always best to have up so that you don't accidentally try to head down the wrong path. Now this stuff is relatively straightforward early on. Like most of the guards stand out fairly obviously.
Not enough room, huh? We'll keep it here at the base.
But later in the game, we'll start encountering different types of guards that are heavily camouflaged, and it makes matters quite a bit harder to actually notice them against the background. Like, they have really efficient camouflage. Like, we can see these guys walking around easy here. But I'm pretty sure much later in the game, when we come back through this section, there's guys in very impressive camouflage. Long-range shots with a pistol is a little bit tricky.
What's going on?
Oh, snap. That's what you don't want to have happen. Because you then got to react fairly quickly and shoot them before they...
Press the attack button near the... We're counting on you, boss.
Oh, I see.
When you're up against a wall, press the
Select
R1
button is
to
also
tap
the
on
square
it and
button.
Get the enemy's attention.
Am I able to...
The boathouse is to the east.
Okay.
Heading eastward.
Why can't I call pass? This is also a great way to, like, you don't kill guards so you don't set off alarms, you Fulton them out so that people don't see their sleeping bodies and get alarmed. The Fulton plus Hush Puppy is a really, really effective way of getting through the game without setting off too many alarms.
The boathouse should be close by. Neutralize the security detail and make contact with the Commandante.
This is a really crap shot that I'm trying to take here. Hey, not bad. That guy has a nice, lovely, big-ass machine gun.
What is it?
Ah, shit.
Someone attacking?
Uh-oh.
The enemy's attacking! Going to alert status!
Understood. Maintain heightened alert.
Ah! Somebody's here!
Go to sleep. Holy
Another
crap.
enemy soldier. Neutralize him.
HQ, come in.
This is HQ.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood.
That means there is still another guard around here. If there was someone able to call home.
Confirmed onboard helicopter.
And this is the only problem. You run out of Fultons from evacing too many guys. There he is. Good night. Now, I don't know if it's... Okay, that's
Good.
not an
Now
actual
meet
door.
with the FSLN Commandante. He's inside the
No,
boathouse.
okay. It hasn't started early in the game. Later in the game, you'll be able to find prisoners of war that the enemy have captured. You're able to rescue them with a Fulton, and they tend to have higher stat blocks and are absolutely worth rescuing. Story time.
Stay away! Don't touch me! Get away!
Guinness!
The chair! No way! What do we do?
Sandinista's right. I'm looking for someone.
Mi viejo!
Shh. He's dead. They killed nuestro viejo.
You're his daughter. Then that makes you his delegado, right? Relax, I'm not your enemy. Cuban.
A cigar?
I'll take whatever you've got. I owe you one. But I prefer cigarettes, you know.
As is fairly standard for Metal Gear, badass chicks aplenty.
You Cubano?
Colombiano, a photographer. I came to Costa Rica to take pictures of birds.
Birds?
Yeah, quetzals.
You've got no telephoto lens. How do you get your shots?
Telephotos for amateurs. It's all in the timing.
Oh,
Let me smoke
okay.
too.
We can talk until I finish this. Chico!
Tell me what's going on here.
This place is crawling with soldiers. They don't look like private security. More like hired guns. They're loaded with the latest gear from all over the world.
I heard they're a security force hired by Codessa.
Yeah, and I'm Papa Noel. Those guys are UCLA's.
UCLA's. La CIA.
I saw them, setting up shop in town. They're planning to do here what they did in Chile.
If that's the case, what are they after?
Whatever it is, it's not us.
You don't think they're here to push you back into Nicaragua?
Impossible. Too much hardware. Too many bases. Didn't you see? They've got helicopters, tanks. It's like we're in Da Nang. There must be something else.
They have a base near here.
There's a factory to the north, across a suspension bridge.
Factory to the north, across a bridge. Have you seen the big transport boat? Mercenary crew on the Rio del Jade.
You mean the barge? It's upstream from here. Up toward Irasu.
Any idea what's on it?
I could introduce you to some of our compas up there, but I don't recommend going to the mountains. We've lost a lot of people there. They take us captive, torture us for information about our compas, and then they kill us like pigs.
Got it! Alright!
This was our last hideout, the final refuge for El Frente, after being pushed out of Nicaragua and into this peaceful paradise of Costa Rica. Then, El Monstruo attacked.
A monster.
Y mi viejo. Mi viejo. Papá. He was la esperanza. Our hope.
Now that Papa's gone, my sister's la comandante de la revolución.
Do not listen to him. Papa was a hero who fought by Sandino's side. I am only his daughter. You need a special talent to become cacique. It takes someone great to unite all of Las Compas.
Sorry to interrupt, but leaders don't choose themselves. Neither do heroes. You carry on his legacy of La Esperanza, and they'll follow you, no question.
You think so? My compas trust me, but not one of them calls me comandante.
Amanda!
See what I mean?
El Colibri!
Get down! What the hell?
Es un hombre nuevo, an unmanned weapon, a robot!
No! He won't survive the fall!
Out of my way! Better for him to die at the hand of a compa than suffer their torture. Stay here. As long as I'm still alive, I might as well be paid. Over here! Fine, chico! ¡Venceremos!
The childlike nature of the robot makes it that much more menacing. 1911 there.
What was that thing?
Whatever it was, it looked unmanned.
Unmanned? I'd heard rumors, but an operational unit?
What the hell is going on here?
Not to quote Amanda, But the hardware they've got here isn't just unusual, it's overkill, which means one thing. It's nukes. So the question now becomes why?
We can't make that call yet. We need more intel.
How? Our source is dead.
But his daughter isn't.
Good thinking. We can follow her. Head for the next outpost and make contact with Amanda if she's still alive.
Roger.
Yeah, this and Portable Ops sort of stretch the limits of believability, even as far as Metal Gear goes, just by having technology that is so far ahead of anything that was available. Yeah, we got 1911. Not that we'll ever likely use it, unfortunately. It's the one downside to the non-lethal playthroughs. You get a lot of cool weapons, and you don't end up being able to use many of them. The lore we will actually use. It serves a very specific, very useful purpose. And now we got a bunch of... Ooh, hey, he's got good stats. I like you. We're doing pretty well, actually, for... Nice! We've already got Fulton level 2 research. This is... actually turning into a pretty good run. Like, we've got some fairly good stat blocks on these guys. You normally get a lot of trash for the first few missions, like, just ease everything. Almost not worth putting into Mother Base. This is going well indeed. Now, looking at the clock, there's not enough time left to do another story mission, so we have a quick side mission. We do not. These are literally just a shooting range on MSF. There is no point to them. They achieve nothing. Now, have we unlocked... I don't think we have. You get access to a bunch of extra, like, codec sequences and information dumps as the game goes on. And some of them are quite interesting. One of the ones, or not one, but a selection of them you get after the end of the game. It's very interesting and reveals a bunch of the back plot, which I will probably just run through in a single video when we get there, because it is just a huge talking information dump. Alright, that's Mother Base as it is now. We will get to see it grow and change as the game progresses. Also, did they have... that looks like a massive solar panel on top of that. Did they have solar panels of that kind in the 70s? Maybe they did. I'm not sure. I haven't actually followed the development of solar panels that closely. This is my kind of facility. A nice offshore, away from any government or interference. Just give me a nice internet hookup. And a place like that to live would be absolutely fantastic. Fortunately, the cost involved in running such things is prohibitive. Oh well, what can you do? Anyway, that'll do us for this part. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.